You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, General Hospital fans, I have got your early weekly spoilers for December 30th through January 3rd. Lulu is panicking her family, and I'm wondering if Jack is going to order a hit. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following us, please reach down, click subscribe. As we always do on Early Edition Day, we start with what is happening the rest of this week to set up your spoilers for next week. So on Thursday, December 26th, we have got Jason warning Carly again about Jack Brennan and says, I still don't trust the guy. They are over at Carly's house. She was doing a good deed and she invited Jack over, and I agree he does like her, but he is not trustworthy. But, you know, Carly has already told Jason to butt out once, and I'm guessing she's going to tell him again. Meanwhile, Brennan steps outside to take a call and says, you know what to do. So given the timing of the call from Charlotte to Rocco's phone on the last episode where she ended up on a call with her mom and she shared the location, I just think maybe Brennan is going to sick the WSB on Valentin. We'll talk about that more in the next week's spoilers. Chase and BLQ are plotting and planning and talking, and it looks like it's about their quest to get pregnant, and she's alarmed and wants to know if Chase wants to stop trying for a baby. Willow has to defend her actions, and with Nina at her side, she tells Lucas, we never meant for this to happen, and he yells back, of course you did. Willow tells Lucas that he has no right to judge me, and I wonder if she's going to throw some of that wily stuff back in his face, and Lucas tells Ava that he has made things a whole lot worse, and that's exactly the same kind of, vibe that his aunt can understand and comfort him about, because generally Ava makes things worse when she's around. She understands that. Christina tells Sonny that she hopes she's up for the job, probably something to do with Charlie's, and Joss asks somebody if they really believe that. Looks like she's at her apartment, so I assume she's talking to Trina. Dante gets alarming news. Now, Lulu has taken off after Charlotte called Rocco and then gave her mom her location, and Lulu insisted to Rocco that he can't tell anybody. I cannot imagine he's going to keep a secret from his dad, though. I just don't see it, especially if he's worried about his mom since she's fresh out of the coma and all that. Michael unburdens himself to Jason, talks to him about just everything that's going on, how he doesn't really think Willow wants any sort of take back thing. And he tells Jason, or someone, but probably Jason, that maybe he should just let her go. And I do wonder how long it is until Michael finds out that Drew was over at Nina's hanging out with Willow and the kids on Christmas Eve. I mean, Wiley's old enough to say that, and that's another just nail in the coffin of that marriage. Laura spends some time catching up with Sonny. They've already been talking at Rice Plaza, so more on that. Friday, December 27th, Alexis gets a shock. There's so many shocking things. We're waiting on, Dex's autopsy, so they find out that he had a digitalis death just like Sam. There's stuff going on, Christina. There's, Molly drama. Michael goes looking for advice on Friday. Maybe it's legal advice with Diane out of town. Maybe Alexis is going to find out what's going on with Michael because he definitely needs a lawyer. Trina reaches out and helps Kai. And Brennan has a request for someone. If you don't remember, he told his lady WSB sidekick Colette that Valentin is a problem for the WSB because of their entanglement with Pikeman. They were doing all kinds of dirty stuff. And he needs Valentin out of the picture permanently. So we'll see who he's requesting and for what. And Anna is completely stunned by Jason, and I wonder if word's going to get back around to them that Lulu has taken off because she knows where she is. Because remember, Jason said he would go bring her back safely. Going into the week of December 30th through January 3rd, again, Jack's looking to eliminate Valentin. He's a big problem for the WSB, which is problematic because now Lulu is off trying to find Charlotte. She knows where she is as long as Valentin stays put with her. And she pledged Rocco to secrecy. I'm sure he's going to tell Dante. And I just wonder if Brennan has been monitoring, bugging Lulu and Rocco and Laura's phones, everybody that Charlotte might reach out to, knowing that she's probably the easier way to find Valentin, because teenage girls aren't as careful as their spy dads who know better. Carly, of course, is going to be quite upset at Jack if there's any sort of close call with Lulu while the WSB is targeting Valentin. Nonetheless, I still expect some New Year's Eve romance for Carly and Jack. Drew doubles down on sealing the deal with Willow. He wants her, and he's ready to throw caution to the wind to get her. I wonder if he might score a New Year's Eve kiss, or maybe Nina can keep him away from her daughter on that special magical night. Joss's New Year is sad, and of course, I expect Trina to be her date. Maybe Kai hangs around with them. I'm wondering if Liz and Lucky may smooch. I know fans are torn on them. I'm torn on them too. I will say that. I like John Jackson, and at times I have really liked Liz and Lucky in the past, but he wasn't always that great to her. But, everybody deserves redemption, right? Of course, he's been irredeemable pretty much till lately, just being a deadbeat dad and all that. But he looks like he's trying. Ava may be Rick's New Year's Eve date after he had to bail on her on Christmas Eve because Alexis called for help with Molly. Sasha's New Year is going to center around the baby she's carrying and keeping the big secret from Michael and anybody else. Looks like Jason's going to continue to be in her orbit. Unfortunately, Sidwell is too. And I wonder if they're going to hold off on his return till February sweeps, or just up and forget that they brought him back at all, because it is General Hospital, Recast Emma finds out more about Gio after their Rice Plaza run-in. And just so you know, New Year's Eve is usually an encore of a previously aired episode, unless there's some kind of sports things. I've been monitoring all the sports updates, and right now everything I'm seeing is later in the day. I still expect a preemption definitely on New Year's Day, Wednesday, January 1st, in favor of sports coverages, and I think New Year's Eve is likely to be a rerun. So I will update you when we have the information. Right now, the updated schedules have not been released, but there's a potential for it to be another week with only 3 episodes. But of course, we will know more soon. And I'm very excited about New Year's Day and New Year's Eve in Port Charles.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.